When we reach the milestone of 6 decades, the world often expects a quiet retreat, a slow fading into the background of a society that prioritizes the frenetic energy of youth. However, the observable withdrawal of many individuals over 60 is rarely an act of exhaustion or a loss of interest in life. Rather, it is often a profound and intentional shift in the economy of their energy. By this stage, the most valuable currency one possesses is no longer money, but time. The choice to avoid certain social circles or minimize broad interactions is not a symptom of isolation, but a sophisticated exercise in boundary setting and the pursuit of internal peace. The reasons for this shift are multifaceted, rooted in a psychological evolution that prioritizes depth over breadth. To understand this transition, we must examine several key pillars of the senior experience. The refinement of social utility. After decades of navigating professional hierarchies and social obligations, there is a realization that much of human interaction is performative. Individuals over 60 have often exhausted their patience for small talk, the superficial exchanges that serve social lubrication but offer no intellectual or emotional sustenance. They begin to avoid others not out of malice, but because they no longer wish to participate in the theater of social expectations. They seek soul talk rather than small talk, choosing the silence of their own company over the noise of meaningless engagement. The protection of emotional equanimity. With age comes a heightened sensitivity to drama and conflict. Having weathered the storms of midlife, career crises, raising families, and loss, there is a biological and emotional mandate to protect one's peace. Many avoid social environments that are characterized by high stress, negativity, or ego-driven competition. This avoidance is a defense mechanism against the cortisol spikes that a younger body might shrug off, but an older spirit recognizes as an unnecessary tax on their well-being. The clarity of mortality. There is a shocking clarity that arrives when the horizon of life becomes visible. When you realize you have fewer days ahead of you than behind you, your tolerance for wasting time drops to zero. This leads to a rigorous editing of one's social circle. If an interaction does not add value, joy, or growth, it is viewed as a theft of the remaining precious hours. This isn't being antisocial, it is being pro-legacy. It is the intentional redirection of presence toward things that truly matter. The shift from external validation to internal sovereignty. A significant portion of our younger lives is spent seeking the approval of peers, bosses, and strangers. By 60, the mask begins to feel heavy. The shocking reason many avoid the crowd is that they have finally found their own company to be sufficient. They have reached a state of internal sovereignty where the fear of missing out is replaced by the joy of missing out. They avoid others because they have finally fallen in love with the person they see in the mirror, and that relationship requires cultivation and quiet. The physicality of presence. We must also acknowledge the logistical reality of aging. Sensory processing changes. Crowded rooms with overlapping conversations can become overwhelming rather than stimulating. The decision to stay home is often a pragmatic choice to remain in an environment where one can hear their own thoughts and feel physically comfortable. It is an act of self-care, ensuring that when they do choose to engage, they can do so with their full faculties and genuine enthusiasm. The withdrawal observed in this demographic is a powerful statement of self-worth. It is a refusal to be a bystander in one's own life. While the world may view this as shrinking, it is actually a focusing. It is the sharpening of a lens. When you see someone over 60 choosing solitude, do not pity them. They are likely engaged in the most important work of their lives, the distillation of their experiences into wisdom, and the preservation of their energy for the people and passions that have earned a seat at their table. In conclusion, the tendency to avoid others in later years is a sophisticated response to a lifetime of observation. It is an acknowledgement that peace is a priority, that time is a non-renewable resource, and that solitude is not the same as loneliness. It is an invitation to everyone regardless of age to look at their own lives and ask, am I surrounding myself with people because I value them, or because I am afraid of the silence? For those over 60, the answer has been found in the courage to walk alone when the crowd no longer leads where they wish to go. Would you like me to adapt this speech into a shorter, high-impact version for a specific time limit?